Footage from the arrest has just been released by a YouTube channel called Police Watch, and I thought it'd be fun to go over it because goodness gracious, heavens to Betsy, it is an interesting one. This lady is truly horrible.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you call?
I don't know where the girl is that was driving.
She's right there. Whose car is this?
That's my grandson's, and it was parked right here. He
Okay.
hasn't went anywhere all day. And
Is everybody okay?
yeah,
Okay.
everybody's
All right.
okay.
I'll just have you guys hang out over there for now, okay?
Now you're all brought up to speed with the lore here, the context of the situation. An intoxicated woman was driving her vehicle, hit a parked car, which caused her vehicle to flip and land on its side. This actually looks like something out of GTA when you ramp off of a parked tow truck, but you don't fully land the stunt.
Hello. Looks like you might have crashed your car, huh?
Oh my gosh. Hi. Yeah, I'm Rachel. Nice to meet
Rachel? Eli, nice to meet you. What's going on? How'd this happen?
you. I don't know.
Almost immediately, this officer had me giggling because he's speaking to her like he's speaking to a puppy. Like, oh, hello there. Oh, well, what's going on? You got a toy? What's happening over here? And then we're introduced to our protagonist, Rachel. And when asked what happened, she goes for the tried and true method, a timeless classic, playing dumb. Geez, oh man, boy howdy. I don't know how this happened. What is the car doing on its side? That can't be right. What a confounding mystery we're faced with, eh, officer?
You're not sure?
Yeah,
It's your car?
this is my vehicle,
Yeah.
yes, obviously.
Well, how did it end up on its side? Do you know? Did it just...
I mean, obviously it didn't just
Right.
by itself.
I see a kid's seat. There wasn't a kid in here when this happened,
No,
was there? Okay.
no children in here. Obviously, this didn't just happen by itself.
Right.
So that's...
Were you driving it?
You're going to quickly realize that obviously is Rachel's favorite word in the English language. She uses the word obviously more than a teenager uses the word like. It started to lose meaning for me with how often she was saying it during this video. But she's trying to explain that it is her vehicle that's ended up on its side, but she doesn't really understand how it happened. Obviously, something must have happened. But what? We've got to get to the bottom of this, officer. We got to figure out how my car ended up like this. Perhaps a strong gust of wind? Spontaneous tornado? Unlikely. But what about Godzilla stomping around causing a bit of shaking on the road, which caused my car to pop up on two wheels, Dukes of Hazzard style, and just flip? I don't know, officer. There's a lot of things that could have led to this, obviously.
I obviously was driving the vehicle.
Okay.
So, I mean, do you,
Go ahead.
do you
Just need the
always
one
ask
for
redundant
Edinburgh victory.
questions, or you just ask questions?
I just ask questions. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. That's all.
Yeah,
It's
I mean-
Rachel, right?
It is, Rachel. It's nice. Yeah. I was just driving down the road. And then on
10-4,
my
can you order?
vehicle.
So were you driving this way?
Yeah, obviously. That's the way the vehicle's facing.
Why do you
So,
keep saying obviously?
well, I mean, I think...
The officer's asking too, why do you keep saying obviously? He just rolled up to the scene. Pulling up to a scene with a fucking rolled over car on its side isn't exactly the most normal thing ever. That's not something that just spontaneously happens. Especially on like a not busy residential street with nothing around. This is a fucking barren, empty area here. It's like she just crashed outside of Courage the Cowardly Dog's house in the middle of nowhere. So clearly the officer doesn't know all of the details around how this could have possibly happened. So he's asking you. I don't know why she's so combative already. I mean, obviously, I know why she's so combative, because she is annihilated. She is extremely drunk. There's no telling where the alcohol stops and the blood starts in her body anymore. She is doing her best to try and find some way of weaseling herself out of this situation. A car turned on its side here isn't just some, like, random thing that happens. So her going, obviously I was driving in this direction, there was a car, and well, one thing leads to another, and now look at the pickle we're in. Yeah, you know, it happens all the time. Why are you making a big deal out of it, officer? Do you always ask such redundant questions?
Everything with the scene is pretty obvious, so
Okay.
I don't think there's much left to...
I guess, did you just not see the car on the side of the road, or How did it end up getting hit?
There was no car on the side of the road.
There wasn't?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Rachel, I am looking at the car on the side of the road that you hit. It's still right there. It hasn't despawned. It's sitting right there. You looked at it. The officer shined a light at it. Did she drink herself blind or something? What are you talking about? The car you hit is still right there, staring you in the face, staring a hole through your soul. I don't know why she's trying to, like, pretend it's not there.
There was a car driving this way. I was clearly driving in my lane.
Okay. Go ahead.
She's trying to cast like a genjutsu on the officer here to convince him that there was another car driving and that's the one that's actually at fault. Clearly she was in the correct lane, like a good law-abiding citizen and a very not drunk good driver. And then all of a sudden things went cattywampus and it's all that other driver's fault that was driving this way. And then the officer goes over to the vehicle that she hit, the parked car, and then she still tries to continue this ruse that she did everything right, and yet can't explain how her car ended up on its side. Oh my god. And the entire time she still stays so condescending, so insufferable.
Where are you coming from tonight, Rachel?
I was coming from my friend's house on the south of town.
On south of town?
South. Yeah.
Okay.
Super
Was there anyone in the
familiar with
vehicle with you when this
No,
happened?
there was nobody with me, and I can tell you, like, there was obviously,
You had anything to drink tonight, Rachel?
no, I
You
haven't.
can just be honest with me.
Well, I'm convinced she's stone cold sober. Well, now we just gotta find the guy who's responsible for flipping her car over, that hooligan, absolute scoundrel. I also don't understand what she started doing with her hands there. She just goes like, obviously, and then starts doing like a John Cena, you can't see me. So I don't know what she was trying to do there. It looked like she was about to bust out a fucking anime move with that one, or start going into like some crazy dance moves, like a body wave or something.
No,
It's not gonna incriminate you any further or anything like that?
I know. Nope, no.
Nothing to drink, huh?
Not since 6 p.m.
6 p.m.?
So I would
For a
say,
few hours, huh?
yeah. Like,
What did you have at 6?
I had what we considered a beer cocktail,
Beer
I
cocktail.
guess.
How much alcohol would you say is in that?
It's a 4%, 4%.
And you just had one of them?
Yeah, it's just fun.
A beer cocktail, Rachel. Do you think me a fool? Are you pulling my leg? A beer cocktail? Kind of fucked up alchemy is that? What kind of awful potion? You kidding me? That's the best you could come up with here? You expect anyone in the world to believe that you drank one beer cocktail? Jiminy Christmas. And you were doing such a great job with your acting performance. This display was immaculate. I was almost convinced, Rachel. I really was. If I couldn't hear the video, if I played it on mute, maybe. Every single word she has said, she hasn't been able to get out without it being slurred. She is unable to form a coherent sentence. She is lost in a fucking fantasy land right now, stranded in Narnia here, doing her absolute best to try and explain away how her car is on her side, when I am pretty sure she doesn't even know how it happened because she is so fucking drunk.
Okay.
We were at a fantasy football draft tonight.
That
so.
explains the jersey. You a Cowboy?
Yeah, that's
are you a
why I'm in
Cowboys
New
fan?
Jersey. Yeah, I'm
You
a
are?
Cowboys fan.
All right.
But yeah, I just had one cocktail. It was a, I don't know the brand name. Of the cocktail, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not bad. at all.
But I know it was 4% alcohol.
Don't worry, Rachel. I'll go ahead and dunk this alley-oop you've tossed me. I think I know what the brand name was of the cocktail you consumed. Was it perhaps a Liar's Light? Or what about a untruthful brew? You're a liar. What I'm saying, Rachel, is you are literally lying. This is ridiculous. You make me sick.
So here's the deal, Rachel.
So, here's the deal. I won't answer any more of your questions.
You're not going to answer any more of my questions?
No.
Okay. Well, you don't have to answer anything.
If you'd like to know, nope. Actually,
Rachel?
I'll let you know what's going on from now, because you've superseded your rights of asking me questions.
Oh shit, Rachel's in control now. She's taken the helm. She's in charge. She's got all the power now. Uh-oh. The tables have turned.
Nope. And so any more questions you have, you can talk to my attorney.
Case closed. There's nothing they can do anymore. Rachel invoked the power of attorney, which obviously clears her of any wrongdoing with the drunk driving and hitting a parked car, flipping her vehicle on the road here. So, hey, it was a good try from the officers, but unfortunately Rachel proved to be too powerful, too knowledgeable on the law. And that's no doubt because she herself is a lawyer. A damn good one at that, too. Up there with the greats, like Saul Goodman and Billy Mitchell.
Phone, wallet, keys, anything like that?
No, honey.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Okay. You ready? Let's go.
Rachel refused to do any of the field sobriety tests. They arrested her on suspicion of DWI, and Rachel continued to be an insufferable asshole the entire time, even dropping one of those honeys in there. So, still condescending. It's actually pretty impressive how even in the midst of all of this, she continues to be an absolute asshole. It's actually kind of wild. I wonder what she's like sober. I bet this is her toned down. I bet when she's sober, she's like 10x this. Like when she goes to a Cowboys game, I bet she's like fighting with every single other fan in the stadium. Like she's going around just starting shit with everyone, spitting on them.
I mean, did you assume I was operating under alcohol, or had you been assured by some sort of test? You just assumed, right? Correct? And is our conversation being recorded?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Correct? So you assumed I was operating my vehicle. Correct? Is that correct? Yes or no?
Rachel, we're not going to have this conversation.
Okay, so that was correct, right? That's why you arrested me. You assumed I was operating my vehicle. Correct?
She spends a considerable amount of time in the back of the police car trying to mega mind her way out of this situation, a fucking Jimmy Neutron brain blast. So she's trying to reverse this, like interrogate them. Oh, you assumed I was the one driving the vehicle, correct? And yeah, yes, you admitted to that, Rachel. You yourself confirmed you were the one operating the vehicle, but I'm sure she's already forgotten that. Like, the only thing she's remembering consistently is her name. So, she's already in a rough state, but she's trying her absolute best here to try and find the right dialogue tree option to get out of here, but it doesn't exist. And it is so annoying listening to her try this, like, you assumed I was under the influence, correct? You didn't administer any tests, correct? Even though they tried to, but she declined to do the tests. So yes, they're going by the very clear indicators that you are drunk with the way you're speaking, as well as the smell of alcohol on her breath. Now, I was honestly expecting her to try some very unhinged tactics here, like maybe making a secondhand smoke style argument like, okay, the smell of alcohol on my breath, interesting. I only had one beer cocktail. Perhaps the reason that you're smelling alcohol so strongly from my breath is because all of my friends were drinking so much at the fantasy football party that my proximity to them coated my mouth, thus leading to this method of alcohol that you're smelling. I didn't drink anything more than one beer cocktail. I am not drunk. I am a victim of secondhand alcohol.
I won't talk anymore, dear. You never read me my Miranda rights or told me what I was under the arrest for. So I was looking for some clarification because my Miranda rights were never read. And you also never told me what I was under the arrest for. Do you remember that part? It's a bitch when you arrest a lawyer.
The amount of time she gets us with a bait and switch by saying, I'm done talking, or you'll just have to speak to my attorney from now on, that's it for me, only to continue just fucking vomiting a bunch of nonsense is so wild. She just has this inability to shut the fuck up. She just keeps going and keeps being an insufferable asshole. Now she drops a bombshell here, a plot twist that Game of Thrones could have never even written, that has me scratching my head a little bit. It's a very interesting claim that I have to call objection on. She insinuates that she is a lawyer. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I haven't passed the bar. which means I can sniff out when other people haven't passed the bar as well. And oh brother, does she stink. She reeks of lying and deception here. I don't think she's a lawyer at all. I think what likely is the case is that she read a single Twitter thread from some pseudo-intellectual that tried to lecture about, here's how you get out of any situation involving the authorities. And then she's taking it as though she's some kind of knowledgeable lawyer or something now because of it. Because she is wrong on everything. She's saying that they didn't tell her what she's being taken in for, even though they explicitly told her that it's going to be for the OWI. Like, they made it very clear. She just immediately forgot because she is fucking hammered. And then she's talking about the Miranda rights not being read to her. And now take this with a grain of salt, because like I mentioned, I am also not a lawyer. But from everything I've read, they don't need to read you your Miranda rights until it is like a complete formal investigation. It's just everything you say before those rights are read can't be used by them.
We just kind of let you, like, walk into those things. But you didn't read me my Miranda rights, and you also didn't tell me what I was under arrest for. Do you remember that? And the best part was that was on dash cam footage. I mean, it's okay. We all learn. The worst part is I'm not intoxicated, and I don't think there is anything else to say.
She tries to give almost like a supervillain monologue here. You fell for my trap. I let you all walk into it. It was all designed from my master plan, my scheme. And you fell hook, line, and sinker for it. But you know the worst part? I'm not even intoxicated. As she's like falling in and out of consciousness, not even able to remember what has and hasn't been said or what's going on. She's probably forgotten that she flipped her car. But yeah, anyway, I'll go ahead and stop it here. Like I always say, I have no respect for anyone who drives drunk. Just like cereal deserves milk, I think drunk drivers deserve to be shamed. So, I'm just doing my due diligence here. Big L for Rachel, and that's really about it. Glad no one was hurt. That's it. See ya. Dine and dash is the act of eating a meal at a restaurant and leaving without paying. When I hear dine and dash being mentioned, I immediately go to the great Charles Doza, where he was arrested and then gave us one of the finest monologues ever recorded. This is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Get your hands off my penis! When that video went viral so many years ago, there was a ton of different rumors and stories surrounding it. It had this air of mysticism almost. It ranged from hyping him up as some kind of Gotham supervillain to him being an infamous dine and dashing culprit that they were finally apprehending. And for some reason, that always stuck with me. So when I think of Dine and Dash, he is who I picture in my head now. Even though that wasn't the truth of that situation there, it's still, for some reason, what has been locked in my noodle. So today when I saw a body cam video of a douchebag being arrested for dine and dashing, I couldn't help but just think about Charles Doza and how much cooler he was than this loser we're about to watch.
On August 16, 2022, officers responded to a report of a man leaving a restaurant without paying his bill.
Why are you asking for my ID?
Because you're being accused of a crime. I'm not saying that you're guilty, but I gotta get you identified.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
All right? Relax. Relax. Come over here.
So that's the gist of it. He's being accused of not paying his bill at a restaurant, so now he's got 1 star, and the cops are just casually coming up to him asking for his ID. This video is blown up over the last 12 hours, and every post about it says that this is a Wall Street Bets mod. I'm sure all of you have heard of that subreddit, Wall Street Bets. It's a very popular one, and I don't know if that's a true statement or not, but if this really is a mod on Wall Street Bets, that makes this situation even goofier, because this goober is the quintessential Reddit mod in real-life caricature, and good heavens, it couldn't be more fitting. It's exactly what you envision when you picture a mod interacting with other human beings in the real world.
I went over there to have happy hour. I had some food, and I day trade. I do option trading. I got a business major and I got an accounting, so I do day trading.
He randomly decides to mention that he's a day trader, does options like, yeehaw, woo, that's fucking awesome, this guy's amazing. It has nothing to do with anything. That is totally irrelevant to everything. It wouldn't matter if you're Michael Jordan. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't matter. You didn't pay your bill. You can't do that.
Were you by yourself?
Yes, by myself.
All right. How much did you eat? What did you buy?
No, it was only $70, bro.
$70 worth?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
God, his attitude is so insufferable. So he's laughing at, it was only $70, bro. I make that in a millisecond with my day trading and options because I am a Hustlers University graduate and I learned all about this kind of stuff, brother. Like, I was on Reddit the other day getting my financial advice as I usually do, and I'm making a killing right now. $70, that's nothing. This is a non-issue. He just doesn't understand, like, liquidity versus supply and demand. He doesn't understand the bell curve, the angle of azimuth.
I tried to pay with Apple Pay.
Okay.
And he said, like, I'm sorry, sir, we don't take Apple Pay. I was like, cool, I give him my credit card. My credit card didn't go through. And his face was really upset already. And I'm like, I tried to educate him. I'm like, listen, I don't have any liquidity with me because most of my capital is my investments. In banks, I don't have banks neither.
He sounds like me when I was back in high school thinking of excuses for why I didn't finish an assignment. Like, just a bunch of nonsense mumbo-jumbo. He goes through this long speech about why he can't pay for it because he doesn't believe in liquidity. You know, liquidity is a belief held by simpletons, and he doesn't have anything in the bank. He'd be a damn fool to have anything in the bank, obviously. So he just can't pay for the food at all. He talks about how all of his money's in investments, which is turbo dope. I have no doubt in my mind this guy is investing epic swag style into the coolest Web3 projects. He's got tons of awesome coins. Like, I know he's crushing it.
All right. Okay. Did you have any means to pay that $70?
No. I want to sue them. I'm sorry.
But
No. I'm sorry. You're asking the wrong question, sir. I'm so sorry.
you consume food, right?
Huh?
You consume food?
Hell yeah.
It's just something was off with this guy. He pitched this crazy fit, went nuts in here, threatening people. I'm talking about, like, went nuts at the bar.
I love that he's playing the victim here like this. Oh, actually, I want to sue them for thinking I couldn't pay $70 measly dollars. 70 clams? Oh, that's nothing. Of course I can pay that. I have no ways of paying that because all of my money's in these investments, but I obviously have $70, and, you know, I want to sue them now. Like, the delusion on this guy is incredible. I have no doubt that he was probably trying to barter with them at some point too, like, oh, actually, do you accept bonds here? I'd like to pay in some of these bonds. As you see, I'm an investor, so I don't really believe in liquidity. Okay, maybe not bonds. Do you accept SafeMoon here? No SafeMoon? Oh my god, you guys are so behind on the times. This is archaic. No Web3 capabilities here? Okay, how about, can I pay you in CumRocket coin? Okay, I'm out of here. You won't accept CumRocket coin? I was even going to leave a 200% tip. That's your fault now. $70 is nothing. That's literally no money at all. I fart and $70 comes out of my ass. It's not that I can't pay, it's that I'm not going to pay because you're not accepting real currency like my shitcoins here. And apparently he was throwing a tantrum too, threatening people. What an unhinged lunatic.
Do you have a way to pay that bill now?
Correct. No, I don't have it now.
You can? All right.
No, I can't pay it. But
But
I want to report the
All
business.
right, but listen.
Because it was a statement. Can I say this?
Walking away from a tab is a
No,
crime.
he kicked me out.
Yeah, I know, but you, because...
No.
All right.
No.
Hold on, Victor. No, you can't, Victor. You can't, because then you're going to go to jail.
No, I know. But
Relax. Put your hand over here. Put yourself over here.
No, hands. No.
Put yourself over here.
Don't come with that, sir.
Weirdo NPC here is trying a very interesting technique of being as annoying as possible. I cut out a large chunk of it there because it was just him putting on this, like, drama club thespian troupe performance about being on camera and shit, just to be a nuisance. So I think what he's trying to do here is just be so bothersome to the officer that the officer loses interest. So he, like, de-aggroes the police officer by just being annoying, and the police officer just doesn't want to deal with the headache and leaves. I'm pretty sure that's what his strategy is, but luckily it doesn't work out.
You know, how late we stay open? It might take him till 10 o'clock before he can pay his tab. He was on his computer. I mean, it was nuts. This guy is out there.
Oíste, si le falté el respeto, excúsame, because I go through this racist stuff all the time, stereotyping. But today I was like, you know what? I'm tired of it.
I think this guy is just a real con man, and I think he's going to go from place to place.
Call Officer Leo.
Yeah.
He then tries to claim that it was racism here that led to this situation. So he's really going for every possible approach he can to weasel his way out of this. The business owner here is saying how he thinks he's a con man who just goes business to business pulling this stunt. And I think he's probably right. It feels like this isn't his first rodeo with dine and dashing. It feels like this is probably something he does pretty often.
I got the money to pay, and I was trying to pay.
All right, can you pay now?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to pay, so I want to sit down, have a water while I get my payment.
This guy must have the orb of confusion in his pockets right now, because he is spitting some stupid shit. He is on that moron potion right now. It's so confusing listening to him. He's lost in his own sauce. He's like, oh, I just wanted to have a water. I was going to pay. I can pay. I was planning on paying. I wanted to pay. I was going to pay. The officer says, well, can you pay now? And he goes, no. It's like, what the fuck?
Can I do that?
All right, the signal 20, I need to know if they want to press charges.
Yeah, because, No, I want to press charges, not them, me. Officer.
Andrade, can you answer me that question?
Charges, not them. I want to press charges to the restaurant, not to me.
I'm sorry?
We good.
Buddy starts spamming emotes now, and he's like, I actually want to sue them, not the other way around. Trying the Uno reverse card here. And I'd love to know how that lawsuit would go. I'm suing this restaurant because they're mad at me for not paying my bill. I fully planned on paying my bill, I just refused to. I even offered to give them an IOU. He didn't accept it. That's their fault, and they're mad at me? What the fuck? I did nothing wrong.
I'm so sorry. Estoy bien nervioso, man, because
All right, so if you have what do you have there that you can pay with, that you can pay the bill? What do you have here that you can pay the bill?
Right here, sir. My Robinhood account where I do day trading.
No, but you can't pay with that.
Yeah, so that's my only form of payment.
Okay,
That's not my problem. I'm trying to pay.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
71 switching to...
He flashes his Robinhood account, which makes me believe he probably is a Wall Street Bets mod, because that's the starter pack. He's like, no, look, I could absolutely afford to pay. Look at my Robinhood account. And the officer's like, brother, you can't pay with that there. And he's like, I know, but look, it's right here. I can't pay, but look at this money here. This is where it all is. It's not my fault. What am I supposed to do about that?
Too.
I'm sorry, no, déjame callarme porque me siento tan mal because I'm questioning your This is so funny. You can't wait to see what's gonna happen. It's amazing.
His mannerisms, he's like going full Joker mode here. I'm the Joker, baby. This guy's just acting like he's some kind of weird, quirky goofball. He's like, you're not gonna want to miss what happens next. It's gonna be amazing what happens next. Gotham deserves a new class of day trader, and I'm gonna give it to him.
Póneselo, siéntate. Sit!
Dando.
71 taser pointed.
I'm sitting down, guys. Look at this.
All right, put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Pete, put your hands behind your back.
Telling that I'm trying to pay my costs, and now he's arresting me.
Get up.
Things have escalated here, and he continues to try and say that he's attempting to pay his tab. He's also lobbying to the civilians around him like, look at what's happening. I don't understand what's going on. I was just telling the officer I was trying to pay my tab. I even showed him my Robinhood account. I was going to pay my tab with my imaginary money that I don't have. What do you mean? I don't know what's gone wrong. This injustice. I can't believe it.
I'm Republican too, and he's Spanish. It's a system. It sucks, mama. Why are you searching me?
Stop. You're under arrest.
Why? He's telling me I'm under arrest, but he's not telling me why. Office.
You're under arrest for theft.
For theft. Mira, theft. I was stealing.
Thank you for your quickness and your kindness. Can I get
sure.
you a bottle of water here?
Oh,
Stay hydrated.
thanks so much. Appreciate that.
The juxtaposition between these two officers' experiences is comical. One of them's having the worst day of their life, having to interact with this insufferable loser, and then the other one's just hanging out with the restaurant owner who's being extremely sweet and then just gives him water, and he's like, oh, well, thank you so much for this. I appreciate it.
Yes, don't delete the video, please. Thank you, Officer Hernandez. Thank you, man. I appreciate your service. Just don't delete the video.
I cut out a lot there. Things get very messy. It reaches this weird climax where this guy just starts going a little ballistic and wiggling around, which eventually ends with him getting taken to the ground and charged with resisting on top of already this. And now they've got him in the back of the patrol car and he's asking them not to delete the video, which I think he really should have asked them to delete the video. I don't know why he thought he'd come out of this looking like the good guy here. Everything you could do wrong, he did wrong many, many times. I'm honestly convinced that he must have been the diversion to a bigger scheme, like something out of Ocean's 11, where this guy was supposed to just occupy all of the police's time by just being as loud and over the top as possible to direct their attention all on him while his associates do crime elsewhere. So that way it'd keep the heat off of them and focus entirely on him. Because that's what it feels like. Out of nowhere, he just starts like yelling and screaming and trying to like get everyone's attention from the public around him too. And it just makes this huge hoopla, this massive song and dance out of this situation. So it really feels like he was the diversion in a movie for a bigger crime plot. It was weird.
I can pay the tab right now if you want. Like, it's no problem. And I can tip them the $100. No? And I know it was a miscommunication, and I know you're gonna have to apologize to me, you know? And the owner is gonna have to apologize to me too.
You can't pay the tab by just flashing your Robinhood account at someone. It doesn't just beam the money quantumly into their cash register. You can't pay it. That's the whole root of the issue here. You were provided a service under the expectation that you would pay for the service you were provided, and you can't. Also, you apparently freaking out and throwing a massive tantrum in the restaurant probably didn't help things at all. I imagine if you were a bit more respectful about it, like, oh man, Apple Pay's not going through, my credit card's not swiping, something must really be wrong. I can afford to pay this, but maybe we'll need to think of another way of doing it, this and that. Like, if you were more respectful about it, I imagine this may have played out a little bit differently. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's about it. See ya. There's no shortage of awful entitled influencers, but today I've got a real special goofball to show with all of you. His name is Icy Wyatt, and he was recently arrested for pistol whipping some guy during an incident of road rage, and now the body camera footage has just been released of the arrest, and he seems to be one of the most insufferable people I've ever seen in the content creator sphere. He's a TikTok star, a word used very loosely here. He has about 1 million followers there, but I'm pretty sure like half of that's gotta be bots or legitimate lobotomy victims because he gets no engagement and people just make fun of him there. So I don't know how that number even got so high to begin with. I assume it's just people that like shooting spitballs at him and giving him wedgies online because that's all he seems to be used for, just this little punching bag on TikTok for them to make fun of. And he's so proud of that.
The guy got out of his car and pistol with me with a gun.
The calls continued to filter in.
Yeah, there's a guy driving around in a pink Mercedes. He almost just hit a lady with pushing a little stroller with some kids in the shopping center.
This fairy tale unfolds in the beautiful land of dreams that's near and dear to my heart, Florida. Florida's done it again with yet another banger. I'm sure you all just expected by default that this happened in Florida, and you're correct in that assumption. It did. Now, on the day of the road rage, a ton of 911 calls flooded in because there was a pink SUV that was driving recklessly, almost hitting a woman and her children, and eventually culminating with him hitting another man with the gun that he was waving around like it was some kind of fucking toy. Now, there is a video that exists showing him driving recklessly in this parking lot, though it cuts off before any of the pistol whipping stuff, but you can at least see the way that he handles his little clown mobile here. He drives like he's in GTA Online, but is also lagging. He is a shit driver. He almost wrecks, and he does almost hit someone in this video.
A video. This was after he
After he hit him?
Yes. He was chasing them inside the parking lot. Like a crazy.
Good shit, Icy Wyatt. You just graduate from doofus school as valedictorian, you fucking idiot. Absolute piece of shit. Apparently, him and that truck had recently got into a bit of a tiff on the road where Icy Wyatt was accusing him of brake checking him because he recognized Icy Wyatt's car and wanted his attention. This guy is so fucking delusional that he thinks everyone in the world knows who he is because he's like the second coming of Christ. So he thought he got cut off and brake checked by that truck because it was a fan trying to get his attention. And eventually it ended up with this situation you just saw, and then it led further into Icy Wyatt pulling out a gun, threatening him, and then eventually just hitting him with the gun.
Hey, put the car in park. Put the car in park. Let's go. Put it in park. All right. Put both your hands out the window.
Put your hands out the window. Put both of your hands out the window, kid. We're not fucking with you.
I don't know who I am.
Nope.
It's almost impressive how unlikable Wyatt is. He chose the one sentence that'll immediately make everyone in the world hate you. The cops are confronting him and he's like, you guys don't know who I am? I have 1 million followers on TikTok. That means I'm above the law. Put the guns down, guys. It's not a big deal. I can pistol whip whoever I want. I'm a TikTok superstar. You guys, oh, you must want autographs. Okay, I get it. Sorry. Wyatt is clearly suffering from terminal clout hunger. There is no cure. He's become delusional. He's in the final stages of it. He can no longer separate reality from fiction. He is trapped in this delusion, this fantasy land where 1 million followers on TikTok means the whole world knows who you are. He holds himself up like he's Jesus Christ because he has 1 million followers, and the laws don't apply to him anymore. He's achieved a level that normal mortals can't get to because he has a small TikTok audience. 1 million followers is a ton, but his actual core audience is not 1 million. Like I said, nobody engages with this guy unless they're throwing tomatoes at him and booing him. It's like that episode of SpongeBob where the guy in the crowd goes, "Oh, brother, this guy stinks." That's Wyatt's whole life. What's up? You come up here to make fun of Icy Wyatt too? Hmm? I know, he's pathetic. I know.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. Do it now. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
Though Wyatt denies he has a gun in his vehicle, several witnesses allege that they saw him with one.
Where's his keys? Just they got keys or a fob.
Wyatt's lecturing the police like he's the substitute teacher in a rowdy classroom. Show some respect. I'm a TikTok star. Please, have some decency. I'm above you. It is infuriating. Everything Wyatt says is like the worst dialogue options in a video game that make you hate the fucking character you're playing as. He is actually finding all of the worst possible responses that would make even his biggest fans hate him. It's so impressive. It is a speed run for the most unlikable TikTok star ever. So, he wasn't really cooperating with the officers. They do eventually tackle him. They get him with like a fucking Goldberg spear. And it was pretty satisfying to watch, I'm not gonna lie, because this guy's a fucking douchebag and deserved it. So I think that busted up his nose a little bit, which is why you'll see him with a bloody nose. And then he apparently denied having a gun, despite so many witnesses saying he did. And he eventually just gave them permission to search the car, and they immediately found the gun. It wasn't even a difficult scavenger hunt. The Easter Bunny would be disappointed. He did not hide the eggs well here. They found the gun the second they got to the car, basically.
I have something else to say about the incident.
I don't hit nobody.
Well, they're saying otherwise, and they described the gun and everything, and there was somebody else that was watching.
My girlfriend can't be a witness too.
Was she with you?
Yes. I pulled the gun out to show them through the window, like, don't f with me, and they all went back in their car.
Yes, he came home after being attacked by 2 hillbilly crazy people in a truck.
But he pistol whipped them over the top of their head.
Because they attacked him. Okay. So what are you trying to do so for? Just like defend the hillbillies who got punched in the face with a gun?
Well, if they got pistol whipped with a gun, then they're victims.
His girlfriend heroically arrives at the scene. It's the 4th quarter. Icy Wyatt's down by quite a bit, but now his girlfriend is here to really help win the game for him. Except she's playing for the other team. She comes here and immediately confirms that icy, whiny Wyatt was lying once again. Fucking weasel. She immediately validates the claims of the pistol whipping happening. She confirms that Wyatt did in fact hit them with his gun, something that Wyatt is denying having happened at all. She swooped in here and offered key evidence against her boyfriend Wyatt here. It was fucking poetic justice. She came in here and just told the truth, which is a real thorn in the side to Wyatt. Pistol whipping is no joke. That shit can be fatal. Like, that is very dangerous. But luckily for the victims of the assault here, Wyatt's got some wet noodles for arms. He's got the scrawniest little arms I've seen since Slender Man, so he wasn't able to generate enough force to, like, really hurt them, but it was enough to still cause a bit of damage to one of the victims, as I understand it. Now, his girlfriend does say that that truck was, like, speeding around them, so that's the attack she's referring to, I believe.
He's a victim of being attacked while driving. They were speeding in front of him. So you guys not aware of like the full story?
We heard that there was some kind of a road rage incident that started it. But
That's not really an attack, though. This isn't Twisted Metal. They didn't speed in front of him and start dropping spike trips and homing missiles out the back, firing fucking torpedoes at Wyatt and his vehicle. It sounds like it was an instance of them maybe cutting him off or speeding around him, and he took it personally and got really offended, and then went way hog wild with the whole thing, following them into that parking lot, getting reckless and crazy, hitting them with the gun, all that shit.
You can't take my phone.
Actually, by law, they are allowed to take his phone.
You can't take my phone. This is my possession. So now you're gonna be a thief. Now you're gonna be a thief.
you're under arrest. You're not allowed to have the phone. Okay.
Wow.
Unfortunately, that was going too far for Wyatt. The good boy was about to go bad. He never envisioned a world without his phone in the palm of his hands. So when they took his phone, he was fucking flabbergasted. And now he's got a chip on his shoulder. He gets real unpleasant and even more obnoxious and annoying.
You don't see any problem with this. You don't see the problem that somebody with a bright pink car who is famous online gets with on the freeways all the time, and that's why I carry a gun. That is it. That is, you said legal was in Florida.
It is legal in Florida to have a gun in your car. There's nothing
So
illegal
where
about that.
can you prove, show me the video proof where I hit him with a gun?
There is video proof of the reckless driving and nearly hitting people in the parking lot, and the victim who got pistol whipped showed the injuries, and his girlfriend also confirmed the pistol whipping. So I'd say there's a high level of confidence behind the pistol whipping being the real story and Wyatt being full of shit, just a load of dirty barnacles. It's almost impossible not to laugh at Wyatt. In fact, after Wyatt got even more rowdy and rambunctious and insulting the officers, starting to kick them and shit, they started making fun of him too. They started calling him Joe Exotic. And when they were bringing him into the police station, they said, "Welcome, Tiger King." And that gave me a hearty giggle. I actually thought that was a pretty good one. Wyatt is just a fucking clown. So his statement here, he drives a bright pink SUV and people fuck with him all the time on the freeway because he's famous. So they recognize his car and mess with him while he's driving, which is why he carries a gun. How delusional do you have to be? He actually has a mental illness. He has main character syndrome. He believes that since he has a high number of followers on TikTok, everyone in the world knows him, and everyone in the world is out to get him, or, try and get his attention. They're all vying for his attention, and they'll do anything to get it.
Did you guys actually get in an accident? I mean, he's got a big ass, knot on the back of his head. No, but there are independent witnesses. So, I mean, not everybody knows who you are.
It doesn't matter. I have 58 million followers, baby girl. Everybody who's been on TikTok or Instagram has seen Wyatt.
This is where I think his delusion is actually kind of dangerous and scary. So he obviously can't tell the truth under any circumstances, I guess. Fucking Wonder Woman's lasso of truth would be useless against this guy. I don't know if he's ever been honest about anything ever. All he does is lie. He's full-blown Pinocchio here. He doesn't have 58 million followers. You absolute goober. You have 1 million followers on TikTok, which is your only platform, really. Very odd thing to lie about, but then it gets into what I consider a very scary territory where he's talking about how people make shit up about him all the time because he's so famous. Everyone on TikTok and Instagram has seen his face before. The dude must be trapped in a perpetual genjutsu straight out of Naruto. He is in a paranoid delusion. Not everyone in the world knows who he is, and not everyone is out to get him. Holy shit.
I said you don't know that this guy knows who you are.
Oh, he so did.
Oh, did he say something?
When somebody swerving into my lane, brake checking me, wanting me to stop, wanting me to race my car, coming out the car, I know that's a fan.
One other thing that he's done multiple times throughout the conversation, and does many more throughout the conversations going forward, is he calls her baby girl. It's making my skin crawl. It's so fucking cringe. He'll call her baby girl sometimes. It's really creepy. But I mean, clearly he is mentally unwell. Someone swerving into your lane is not a fan trying to get your attention. Holy shit.
Oh, okay. Nobody tased you, though.
What?
You didn't get tased.
Tased? No.
just saying you didn't get tased. Because you just said so.
I actually think there's a good chance he's on drugs right now. He starts rambling about absolutely nothing, like tasing from out of nowhere. And then she's like, well, you didn't get tased and we're not going to tase you. And then he took that like as a threat. So then he makes a threat back saying that if she tased him, he'd fuck her up and go to jail for the rest of his life. I don't think you could fuck up anyone. You would probably lose in a fight to an inflatable, wacky, arm-flailing tube man. You are not built for fighting. You would get your ass beat. You would get turned inside out. So I don't know why he's threatening physical violence against this woman. And I don't know how stupid you have to be to threaten physical violence against a police officer too. She was very, very patient with this guy because she just brushed it off and laughed at him. I guess because he is so pathetic, all you can really do is laugh at someone that's this embarrassing of a person. But goddamn, like he is so fucking dumb, it's unreal.
You're dumb, girl.
Am I?
You're real dumb. You might want to try modeling.
I definitely can't do that.
You definitely might want to try modeling. So you just,
I definitely can't do that.
This is what I'm talking about when he just goes off on these weird fucking tangents saying that she needs to do Molly so she can shut the fuck up. Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, I don't even think he's in the same dimension that the rest of the planet is in. He is all over the place. I really do think that the entire day he spent in like some kind of fucking meth-induced haze or some shit. He is actually just all over the place.
Why, where are you going?
let me see you do it first then.
What?
We're not
You're not
going
about to
out
take
as we do it.
$30,000, $40,000 worth of jewelry without me knowing exactly
And
where
I'm
it's
gonna
going.
write, come on now. I don't.
You this to me the whole entire time in the car.
So nice to you.
No,
Things really popped off when they told him that he can't really take the jewelry into jail with him, so he put up a big fuss. He eventually started kicking the officers, and now he's facing a lot of charges. I think he goes to trial next month, so I'm really curious to see how that plays out, because for some reason he seems to believe that he's in the right, so he started threatening lawsuits against the officers after he was kicking them and shit. So very goofy situation here, very goofy guy, and I just had to talk about this. What an insufferable little asshole. So yeah, that's Icy Wyatt for you. Someone I'm sure none of you have ever heard of before and will most likely forget about very quickly because he's just a forgettable little worm of a person. That's really about it. See ya. A delusional psychopath tried swatting someone. What happens next will shock you. Dusting off the old Darman reference here for this one. So some miserable, horrible lady tried to swat someone. I'm sure I don't need to explain what swatting is. It's a horrible, bad thing that'll land you permanently on Santa Claus's naughty list. And this lady looks and sounds like she's one glass of wine away from passing out face first into her copy of 50 Shades of Grey, but in between bouts of consciousness, she decided to commit a huge crime of swatting. And boy howdy, the shoe went on the other foot real quick. They actually found her. And when they brought her into custody, she started launching sonic-based attacks at the officers. It's a wild ride that I can't wait to take you on, thanks to Code Blue Cam here providing all of the footage. We get a POV of what it's like to encounter a real-world banshee. But before we even see her, let's go ahead and get brought up to speed with the lore, the call, the emergency that she phoned in.
Hi, there's a man with a gun, shooting with a gun. Can you spell the street, ma'am? I can't understand you. Do you have me on speakerphone? He's shooting with a gun. I understand that, and I'm going to send help, but I need to understand the street name. Okay, and who is shooting with a gun? There's a man. He lives there. Okay, what is the man's name? I have no idea. Okay, how do you know this is going on? Oh my God, he's out there with a gun shooting rabbits. Okay, how do you know this is going on? Oh my God, because I can see him. He's shooting rabbits. He's shooting everywhere. Answer my questions. How do you know this is going on?
No doubt she's a classically trained actress. That is a very convincing performance. Those acting chops could bring a tear to the eyes of even Margot Robbie. And she is using it for evil, nefarious purposes. So she's talking about a man who's shooting. He's shooting rabbits. He's shooting everywhere. And refuses to give any, real info. And then, pauses after the operator's asking her how she even knows this is going on. She doesn't answer and then just hangs up.
Based on the nature of the call, all on-duty Brookfield police officers responded to the area immediately.
Bravo 521, I'm 23. There's nothing going on here. This is most likely a swatting call.
Dispatch later informed that the female caller had reached out again, stating she could see the man on her cameras and that he was still firing his weapon.
They sent out the whole kit and caboodle like they were about to bring down Cobra Commander. They got there, found nothing, but then the mysterious caller reaches out again, saying the same thing, that this maniac is out there firing his weapon. There's a maniac on the loose and we gotta get him. Only the officers were there. There was no gunshots. They even searched the area for casings, found nothing. They asked the homeowner nearby, nothing. So they were pretty confident it was a swatting call.
While clearing the scene, the female continued to call 911 repeatedly from an unknown number. A sergeant instructed the clerks to forward all her calls to his desk phone.
She called them again and again and again, repeatedly just spinning this fraudulent fairy tale, this gobbledygook horseradish. I don't know what she was even fucking thinking at this point. She's like the Riddler, but 50 times as stupid. She's the shittler. So she's over there just spewing this shit. They are at the scene, so they know it's not real, and they just start forwarding those calls to Ace Detective Phoenix Wright's personal desk phone, and he happens to recognize her voice from previous interactions. Let that sink in for a moment. Marinate on that thought. A police officer interacts with so many people, and most of those interactions, I imagine, aren't overly positive. Do you know how annoying you have to be to have an officer remember your voice, that you were such a fucking nuisance that your voice left an imprint in their brain that even just audibly hearing you can activate a Winter Soldier moment for them where they remember your name and everything, all because you stained them with how annoying you were.
When she called again, he recognized her voice from previous interactions. A quick in-house database check soon revealed her identity as 36-year-old Ashley Corbin.
Is that consistent with what you say you're observing? Yeah. Okay, we have gone to the area where you have claimed this has been happening 3 times tonight? Yeah. Yep, you've seen us there? Yeah.
So he got asshole Ashley on the horn here in order to corroborate these reports, saying that you've called 10 times now all about this, we've been out there and have seen nothing, and she's just like a broken record saying, yeah, yep, yes. Like, she is a malfunctioning NPC. All she can say is, yeah. And he's just pressing her like, hey, we didn't see anything, you know, what's going on? She eventually says that the guy shooting is on camera, so the officer says, well, we'd love to see that footage. Shocker, she's got no footage to show.
I would love to see the video footage if that's something that you could provide for us, because we have been unable to locate him. And I sent an officer to look at that with you.
No, we want him to be stopped.
What's going to happen moving forward, we're going to be conducting an investigation for swatting. Are you familiar with that term?
I hope so. I hope that you guys are going to take his property into custody and investigate his whole property. I pray to God.
Well, her body is screaming for water, but the only thing it's getting is more and more wine. She is plastered. You can clearly hear it. She is not able to process at all what's happening here. He's even telling her to her face that they are investigating her for swatting, and she's like, oh, thank heavens. Goodness gracious, it's about time you guys do your job. He's an absolute menace out there. He's shooting, and you need to go investigate his property. You need to take his property. I pray to God you go take his property, this and that. She doesn't realize what is happening here at all. Like, swatting is a very serious thing. Again, I'm sure you're all familiar with it, but people die from swatting. So it's something that's taken super seriously here, and she is not able to wrangle that fact at all.
Well, we're worried about our kids.
Yep, you've said that a couple times, ma'am. If you were so worried about your kids, I think you'd be willing to talk to an officer about it.
Are you kidding me? Do you really want to go there?
We're going to pull the phone records from the phone company. We'll write the subpoena. Have you had any drinks tonight, ma'am?
Are you crazy?
No, ma'am. I'm trying to conduct this investigation for you.
Are you a crazy person?
Nope.
He's been shooting rabbits and doing all kinds of stuff.
He started to sniff out that she might be intoxicated, but Ashley's putting on a strong show of sobriety to throw him off the trail. Drunk? Me? No. You crazy? You a crazy person? Is that what's going on here?
So, we're going to end this. He's going to pay us $1,500.
Oh, that's good for you.
Yeah, sure is.
Her neurons started to desperately fire as the realization must have started to sink in that they're not buying her story. So she starts to panic a little bit and tries to write a conclusion to the fanfic about how they just shook hands with $1,500 and everything's hunky-dory now. No need to send any pesky officers out there to check anything out, because it's all squared away now, huh? Job well done.
Ashley Corbin, I remember her.
That's who I think it is. I think it's Ashley. Hello?
Holy.
This is Ashley?
Yeah, no, this is not Ashley.
Okay. This is Sergeant Griebling with the Brookfield Police Department. You called us?
Who is Ashley?
I thought this was Ashley.
Why would you think that?
The tables turn. The officers are pretty sure it's Ashley, so they call her this time to try and confirm those suspicions. And I think it's pretty obvious from the second she answers the phone, they got her. But she's trying to play it cool. Ashley? No, this is not Ashley. What makes you think it's Ashley? My name is Bourne. I'm actually surprised she answered this call with her normal inebriated voice instead of trying to fool them, throw a monkey wrench into their hypothesis by answering the phone with an accent or something. Top of the morning to ya! You know, something like that, and they'd be like, oh, well, clearly it can't be Ashley. This caller wasn't Irish, so we got the wrong person.
Guess what? My name's Lindsay. You can stop calling me Ashley. Thank you.
Okay, you should probably slow down on the drinking tonight, ma'am.
You should probably fucking stop being a fucking bitch.
Okay.
The call starts to devolve into her treating this call like it's an Xbox Live lobby, so she just keeps calling him a bitch. It really gets very interesting. It's like a League of Legends chat at this point.
It was also revealed that Ashley had an active felony warrant and had repeatedly called another police agency earlier that day using vulgar and profane language.
Sorry.
Oh.
Whoa. Where's he? Come on. Get treat. Prince. Get treat. Prince? No.
Come on. Let's go, bud.
Come on.
We get some more lore on Ashley, and the deeper it gets, the more confused I become at how someone can end up like Ashley. She was apparently calling another police agency that day as well to spew some mumbo-jumbo, and then they eventually find her outside with her dog, and then she's yanking on the dog's leash, which eventually pops the leash off of the dog, and then she has to go on the side quest to get the dog back to get it inside. It's quite a journey.
I want my attorney present.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. So I'm not going to talk to anybody without my attorney present.
Very well. I will pass on the Brookfield, and we'll see what they say.
After a lengthy mission, they do finally get the dog, and the way she's holding him, she's holding it like it's a bioweapon. I've never seen someone hold a dog like that in my fucking life. She's got the dog's wiener pointed at the officers. I think she was hoping that he'd start peeing or something as a distraction so she could make a run for it. I don't know. But she's like holding the dog almost like it's the fucking Heisman Trophy or something. Like, I don't get what she's doing, like, with that dog. I feel terrible for the dog. Honestly, the best thing that could have happened is the dog gets off the leash and finds a new owner. Because she seems remarkably fucking lost and beyond off her gourd.
So, no, I'm not doing a swatting thing with a Brookfield. Are you kidding me?
I wouldn't joke about that.
That is a serious joke. Ken is a psycho.
I don't even know who Ken is.
The guy?
We honestly don't know much of what's going on. We were told here to come pick you up, that you have warrant, and Brookfield wants to talk.
I date a Brookfield officer, okay?
Who?
My man is an officer, okay? I'm not going to say because I don't want to...
You just said Singleton.
It's pretty clear that this woman is a pathological liar, and it only gets worse. She throws out some really heinous accusations in a bit. So right now, she's talking about how she wasn't behind the swatting. That's a very serious joke. That's not a knee slapper or a gut buster that you make gags out of. She would never do such a thing like that. And then she's talking about how she actually dates an officer, won't name his name, but she dates an officer, and he probably wouldn't like what's happening here. He probably wouldn't like it. So her whole idea here, I think, was to try and, like, I don't know, say, like, hey, I date an officer, so I shouldn't be arrested, you know? I think that was the plan. It doesn't work, but I think that's what she was going for.
You need to go?
No, you're good. Well, we got
Can you please come out?
Hey, be respectful. No, you can take it.
I was trying to go to the basement. I didn't know I was going to.
It's actually incredible how unlikable this woman is. a just normal person coming out of the elevator doing normal activities, and she yells at them to get out. Like, what the fuck? How can someone possibly be this much of an insufferable piece of shit? It's actually impressive.
That was kind of rude.
I am rude. I'm sorry.
That lady did nothing to you.
I'm a surgeon.
What?
I'm a surgeon. I am. So I'm very particular. So
What does that have to do with yelling at a lady?
I'm sorry.
Now she's saying that she's a surgeon. She just randomly blurts out that she's a surgeon. It's like a child when they're like making up a story when playing pretend, like SpongeBob and SquarePants in that box of imagination. That's her whole brain. I'm spitting. I'm actually spitting. That's how disgusted this woman makes me. She can't stop lying for even a second, and she can't stop being a piece of shit to people around her. And like the officer's even telling her, like, that was rude. Like, this was just a person using this elevator, and now you're yelling at them. And she's like, I'm a surgeon! I'm a surgeon! I'm a surgeon! I like things to be particular. And they're like, what? What? What does that have to do with anything?
I do stuff very particular. Like I do brain surgery.
Okay, let's take a left.
So it's very particular.
So does that mean you can be an asshole to people?
I don't deal with people. So it's like I deal with digging in people's brains and digging in. I'm sorry. That's what I do. You dig in, you go and deep 5, and that's it.
Brain surgeon.
I like how she almost tried to drop some kind of scientific terms like, well, brain surgery, you see, it's actually very complicated, and it's why I'm a little particular about things. I don't deal with people, I'm dealing with brains. You know, you have to go D5. D5. You know, knight to D5. You know, you saw it in Harry Potter when they're playing wizard's chess, like, you guys wouldn't get it. I won't bore you with the jargon that you couldn't possibly understand with your tiny, feeble minds. Just know that because I'm a brain surgeon, it gives me the right to yell at people. And it gives me the right to call police departments 20 times a night reporting false crimes because, well, it's what I like to do as a brain surgeon.
You're lying, and you use me as a scapegoat under the bridge. You guys were harassing me under the bridge, and there was no cameras under there, and you guys were harassing me and me under the bridge.
She also left like a big bag of beer in front of someone's door, and
what's up?
You guys me in the elevator.
Okay.
Yep.
We have body cameras.
And I have marks.
We have body cameras, and if you want to,
and so do I.
If you want to file a false police report, we can go down that road.
You're lying.
Her next series of lies isn't nearly as humorous as her brain surgeon storyline, where, you know, she received a lobotomy, thus she thinks she's a brain surgeon now or whatever. This one, she starts to try and spin a false rape accusation about how they were raping her on the elevator and under a bridge.
And what they did to me, how they raped me.
Nobody's gonna. We're just having to exit the car.
Yep, and how they raped me.
Nelly, let's go.
Yep, how he raped me and how this guy raped me. And this guy raped me. What is your name? Stop! I'm talking too loud, you raped me! I'm talking too loud, you raped me!
Ashton.
You raped me! He raped me! He raped me! He did! This guy! This guy!
She now embarks on the Screaming Gambit. This is a pretty advanced maneuver you don't see executed super often, never to any degree of success, where the person just then starts screeching and squealing. And it's what she does for the rest of the video. So she's still screaming that they raped her when there is body cam footage to prove that did not happen. That is a blatant lie. All she does is endlessly lie. It's craziness. And that is a awful thing to be lying about. And she's screaming it, and I think the idea was to try and like incite anger, to have like maybe people come in and like, I don't know, push over the officers to save her or something. I don't know what she's even trying to do with that accusation when there's clearly evidence that proves contrary. I think it's to try and like get out of the arrest. I don't really know, but it is unhinged lunacy.
Ashley, turn back around. Ashley, get back on the bench. Ashley, you need to sit on the bench right now.
When she eventually does get to the station, she lets out her best Joker laugh that she can muster. And to her credit, it's a pretty maniacal, cartoonishly evil laugh that she pulled off. It's pretty impressive.
Stand up.
Ow! Now you broke my arm!
Sit.
Now you broke my arm!
Ashley, you need to sit down.
You broke my arm!
Ashley, you need to sit up.
Lord have mercy on all the poor souls that were watching this with headphones on. They're no longer with us. So she's now claiming they broke her arm when they went over to try and get her to sit up. They didn't actually even lift her, by the way. The second they, like, touched her, then she started saying that they broke her arm. Another bogus baloney fib here. Liar, liar, plants for hire. Holy cannoli. And now she is absolutely wailing. She is sounding like a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare. She sounds like if Toucan Sam ate a ghost pepper.
No! No, you broke my arm! You broke my arm! You did! You broke my arm!
I did not break your
You
arm.
broke my arm! Ah! Why are you hurting me?
If you sit forward, I won't touch you.
Touch
Okay.
me!
Do you have an NCIC for swatting?
Oh God. Swatting. You guys are so fucking stupid. Swatting. Ow!
Ashley, you need to sit up.
She goes on and on and on and on and on. It sounds like the screaming goat meme. So that's kind of where that concludes, but she did receive some charges for it, but really got let off super easy. She, I think, only spent like 6 months in jail for blatant swatting, and she should be counting her lucky stars that they didn't try and pursue some kind of false rape accusation charges as well. I don't know if that's something they even could do, but I'm surprised they didn't try. Like, this really could have been a lot worse for Ashley. Swatting is something that is extremely serious. So she got let off very easily. And man, what a fucking nuisance she is. Holy. That's really about it. So yeah. Alright, let's watch Michael Jordan's son get his DUI. Okay, I feel like I missed something. Did he go on like a chase? The full video is an hour 15. My god, it's a full film. It's a full production. But I feel like I've missed the entire intro here. I feel like I'm coming in the middle of the season. EWU BodyCam has a shorter version.
When police in Maitland, Florida come upon a...
Florida! Hey! Let's go!
They don't need their best detectives to figure out that something has gone. But they quickly realize that the driver of this vehicle is none other than the son of basketball legend Michael Jordan.
Are you, like, popular or something? Or I don't know who you are, man.
Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent.
That's so good. That's so good. He's immediately thrown around. Do you know who my dad is? Oh, I love that. I do enjoy that. Has Marcus Jordan done anything? Oh, actually, wasn't he dating Scottie Pippen's wife? Yep, he dated Larsa Pippen from 2022 until 2024. And that's it. That's all he's done. He dated Larsa Pippen. He tried to get into college ball, but he was really bad at it. He must have been. It's not even mentioned on, like, his Wikipedia summary. For, like, his notable stuff, it's just he dated Larsa Pippen. Cool. Oh, also, in 2012, he was arrested after a drunken argument with 2 women outside a hotel in Omaha. Charged with disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and obstructing justice, but was later released and pled no contest. Cool resume.
Unusual and dangerous sight. A car has veered off the highway and gotten stuck on the railroad tracks. The situation poses a significant threat to those in the car, as well as the officers.
This fucking idiot thought the railroad tracks were an extension of the road that he was on? That's amazing. Holy. Is this a mistake that can happen, like, commonly in this area? I can't imagine it is, right? This guy must have been, like, super turbo-plastered.
You are stuck. You know the trains come by right now, right?
No, I know. That's why I'm trying to get the up out of here.
This car ain't going nowhere.
I like how she rolls up the window.
I need you guys out of the car because there is a train coming right now.
What the?
So then let me pull up. You can't move.
You're not going to be able to move it. Just get
No, let him pull over. Pull over.
You're buried. You want to get hit by a train?
If he wants to get hit by a train, that's his God-given right.
No, that's what I'm saying. Get out of the car so we don't get hit.
He meant to park here, actually. There's like some Red Dead Redemption shit.
Get out of the car.
I mean,
That's what I said.
Four of us guys. We can push this mother.
Brother, what?
I mean, the concern is this $300,000 vehicle. I would like to. Nothing in my pocket. That's why I'm gonna thank you, bro. I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just.
Oh, that's so good. Wait, Michael Jordan's son. Holy shit, I'm so. Do you want me to suck your dick? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so. Yeah, let's push. All right, boys. Let's lift up Michael Jordan's son's car right now. We'll hoist it over our shoulders.
And clearly, we would just like to get our car off the train tracks, which we were not trying to be on.
Thanks, lady. I can see that it's true. The car's on the train tracks.
We really need a tow truck. We can't push this thing in reverse and
Well-
get it off the track. No? The quicker we
What,
can move
man?
this, the better, right?
The only time you can really push a car is when, like, it's not buried. And it's usually helpful if you can slap that bitch into neutral. There's no shot you're pushing this with 6 dudes. Though, what is this car? I think it said a Lamborghini in the articles. I don't know, maybe it's like super lightweight for some reason. But even then, no shot.
Okay, so that's why. Because I can smell alcohol coming from you, and you're on the train tracks. Okay. So
come on, man.
Just listen to me. That's why I don't want you back behind the wheel.
You might not have heard him. His dad's Michael Jordan.
Behind the wheel. I just would like to get my car out of this. I wish I could tell you, but
you're way down the train tracks. That's what I'm saying. It's not
we're not way down the train tracks. We made a right and another right. Man.
I'm actually so curious. How far away from the train tracks is he? It looks pretty far. Like, I feel like you know that you're on train tracks pretty much instantly. Like, you know, it's not Triple X, right? Where you're just, like, riding the fucking the Mustang on the tracks until it, like, burns the rubber off. Like, I feel like you would know so quickly. I can already imagine what the cabin was like while they're on the train tracks with his girl. Man, they gotta repave this road. What the fuck is going on here? God, Florida sucks. Jeez.
pushing a car off of train tracks like this, and I'm not getting you back behind the wheel until I know that you're safe enough to operate it.
Okay, so what do I have to do to show you that I'm safe enough to operate it?
Well, I'm gonna
one free throw.
I'm gonna read you your Miranda rights first. You're not under arrest.
I know that. I know I'm not.
I couldn't be. I'm Michael Jordan's son.
If I know anything.
And if Marcus is unhappy to leave his Lamborghini behind, he'll be even less pleased with what the officer says next.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to be doing an investigation.
He says LeBron's better. Imagine he just starts fucking messing with him.
Whatever you have to do, officer.
That's what I said.
Right?
Is that where he took it? Is that where he took his right turn right there to get onto the tracks? He went down this. No, actually, I don't think so. This looks like a little parking lot. He must have turned right even further up. Holy, man was on a side quest.
3. Do the turn. So then 1. Here's the turn. Here's the turn.
Nice. 32-point turn. Very good.
Sure. I'm not pushing. I am a normal person.
His dad appears. Imagine. What are you doing with my son? I was busy beating the Looney Tunes in a game of basketball, and now all of a sudden my son... What, you think he's drunk just because he drove down the railroad tracks? Or, not beating the Looney Tunes, beating the Monstars. God, Jesus Christ, sorry.
You want to check under my nuts, too?
No, not really.
Okay, all right. What's your name?
Officer Marino, badge number 183.
Well, Officer Marino, you're going to get a call from my father later. Uh-oh.
So he's going to have about 4 charges. Any questions?
Thank you for your service. Thank you for protecting our country.
Thank you for your support.
What a cool side character.
We got to make sure everybody's safe to drive.
Brought in Marcus Jordan.
The Marcus Jordan?
Are you like popular or something? Or?
Popular? That doesn't even begin to describe it.
I don't know who you are, man. I never met you. You keep saying you're a big target. Are you a celebrity or something? Dude, I don't know who you are, man. So they don't ask you. You keep bringing it up, man. That's what I'm asking. That's all. You know. You act like you don't know. But it's cool. We'll find out tomorrow. Okay. We'll find out tomorrow.
I bet this officer felt real silly when he found out that this was Michael Jordan's son.
He encourages them to crank up the radio on another 80s.
Nah, this is just wholesome bonding now. He posted on his Instagram, "I appreciate everyone reaching out. I'm focusing on @Trophy Room Store right now and won't be making any comments on the recent media stories and personal life." What's Trophy Room Store? Is that his job? Like that's his business? Well, the very first image there is Michael Jordan. Is this guy's whole life just spent riding his father's glory? That's gotta suck, man. Here's an article. What is Trophy Room? Accused of stealing from Michael Jordan. Here's an insight into Marcus's venture. What? Despite initially battling allegations that Marcus has been backdooring his sneakers to resellers, Trophy Room and the Jordan brand are still working together and bringing out new collaborations for the fans. The Trophy Room within the Michael Jordan estate is almost like a museum. It showcases Jordan's numerous achievements over the years and eventually became the inspiration for Marcus Jordan. Okay. I thought this was like a big conspiracy where he was stealing his dad's shoes to sell them. Oh, his first store closed after 3 years. Oh, wow. What I'm trying to do is recreate the atmosphere, the warm feeling that people would feel as they would walk through the trophy room when we had friends over. Huh. His whole life is spent just reveling in his dad's achievements. Nothing of his own. Literally no way to top MJ. It's not about topping him. It's about just carving your own identity. Even during his arrest, all he could do was name drop his dad. He just has nothing of his own. I moved a few more things around in my room, but now I'm positioned directly under this light, and the shadows on my face make me seem like I'm sitting in an interrogation chamber from LA Noire. Looks like that scene from The Dark Knight when Batman keeps hitting the Joker's head on the table. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but for now it's going to have to do. I'm just going to be looking a little odd here. Last year, I was talking about an ongoing situation with an obsessed Twitch viewer that ended up taking a 700-mile journey like he was going down the Oregon Trail, fording rivers and battling dysentery, to arrive at a Twitch streamer's house he was obsessed with, her name is Just Foxy, to light her car on fire, and seemingly trying to light the entire house on fire because this was a blazing inferno. It was a big fire. Now, at the time, there was a lot of information still unknown. All we had was some of the surveillance camera footage, which I'll briefly show you. But I just learned 10 days ago, a YouTube channel called Midwest Safety posted the entire body cam of the situation as well as that Twitch chatter's arrest.
On my car, on the hood, and some pot. And he lit something sticking out of it and walked away casually like he didn't do anything. The next clip after that was the front end of my car engulfed in flames. The firefighters came very quickly, and I'm very thankful for that because the fire spread to the fence and burnt the side of my house as well.
Now, at the time, we didn't know too much about the individual behind it, but now, a year later, I know more about this guy than I do some of my own cousins. So his name is Farhan Jami. He has been arrested, and we know his fate. Spoiler alert, it's a prison sentence. And we have the body cam footage where he is looking like a pathetic fucking goober. But before showing you the body cam footage, I'll go ahead and tell you what the motivation was, because I imagine a lot of you were able to piece it together, kind of sniff it out. He was one of Just Foxy's big donators. He had apparently donated a lot of money over a period of time, and then found out she had a boyfriend, and was so upset by that he flew out to her area, then drove to her house to set her car on fire as a way of getting revenge.
The suspect, wearing a loose-fitting pair of lighter-colored sweatpants, latex gloves, a darker-colored shirt, a hat, and a mask, sets a box-shaped object on the vehicle. He then sets another object on top of it with a fuse-like wire sticking out of it. The suspect lights it with a lighter and walks away, which leads to the entire front end of the vehicle being engulfed in flames.
Here's the director's cut of the arson, and you get a good look at him and the device that he made. Dude made a goddamn Fortnite gadget here for this fire. He made a certified whatchamahooza. It's like a fucking kids next door contraption for this fire. It's like a bucket and a fuse and a brick, and then he sets it on fire and it burns the whole car down and spreads a bit to the house.
This officer, as well as many others in the area, both on foot and patrolling in their vehicles, all begin to look for any suspicious people in the vicinity. 10 minutes later, officers find a vehicle parked on the side of the road, only about 2 minutes away from the crime scene.
What's going on?
Not exactly a criminal super genius here, not the mastermind you'd read about from like a comic book. So the guy commits this crime, and then he drives 2 minutes away from the scene of the crime and takes a bit of a snooze, or at least pretends to sleep. You don't expect a lot of intelligence from some deranged lunatic like this, but you would expect someone that just committed a serious felony to at least have the wherewithal to drive further away. But instead, he just stays at the scene of the crime, basically, and just tries to catch some Z's. Maybe he was just so satisfied with himself that he just needed to pass out for some wet dreams. Like, I don't know what the thought process could have possibly been, but that's him. He was parked just 2 minutes away from this place in the same neighborhood.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. Just wanted to rest up a little bit. I have a long drive.
Why are you doing it out here?
No reason.
Hey, keep your hand up.
Yeah, I'm just putting my seat up.
Well, keep your hands up. Where do you live?
I'm from New York.
You're from New York?
Yeah.
Why are you doing out? What are you doing out here?
Just came to visit a friend, really.
Where's the friend live?
Down in Cincinnati, but he's working, like, doing some construction over here.
This guy's a smooth talker. He's got the silver tongue here. He's weaving some very intricate lies. I'm here visiting a friend. That's really kind of the best he's got for that. So why are you sleeping in a random neighborhood if you're here to visit a friend? It's just so good that he happens to be a fucking giant turbo idiot. Because he gets caught immediately. Thank heavens. He didn't get away with this crime at all. And this whole scenario with him only gets even more ridiculous. He is so fucking stupid, it is shocking.
So why did you decide to just pull off in a neighborhood to sleep? I'm so confused.
Because I drove 40 miles here, and I literally came like an hour ago, and I was like shot, and so I just needed to knock out.
So you just pull off into a random neighborhood?
Yeah, I mean, it was right off of the street, whatever it is. I really didn't know where to go. And I'm sorry if like they called the cops or something, because they probably thought I was, I don't know, doing something weird here. But I swear, like, I'm not doing anything crazy out of left field or anything like that.
You mind if we search your car?
No, please, go for it.
He might actually be the worst liar ever. Playing Among Us with this guy must have been just the freest dubs of all time. He cannot spin a coherent story even slightly, and everything he says gets proven wrong within 10 minutes. It's the quickest speed run I've seen for someone's lies getting debunked in a body cam.
The reason why I ask is because there was somebody who set a car on fire.
Who set a car on fire?
Yes.
Like, what do you mean? Like, how do you set a car on fire?
They set the car on fire.
Like they lit the gas tank?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Jiminy Christmas. What do you mean they set a car on fire? How do you even do that? Is that even possible? Can cars even be on fire? Like, what did he do? Like, set the gas on fire? The gas tank? Oh, goodness gracious. Ooh, wow, that's not good. Like, what, you telling me, like, maybe put, like, a box on the hood with a bucket on top and a fuse and then lit that on fire, which burned the whole car down? The car happened to belong to a Twitch streamer or something? Like something like that? That's crazy shit. Whew. Some people, am I right, officer? We gotta be careful. There's psychos out there. Fist bump. Like, this is not even a human way of reacting to something. He is an actual NPC. He's trying so hard to be, like, surprised by it that it gets into, like, fucking Neil Breen level acting. Like this right here is something you'd see from Tommy Wiseau's The Room. Oh, geez, how's your sex life? It's so odd, and I feel like the officer immediately knew right then and there, like, yeah, this is the guy. Who would possibly respond to this information like that?
I came because I landed at CVG, and I drove. It's like 40 miles, and I was already shot from the freaking flight.
So where does your friend live?
Somewhere like down there, but he works up here. But no, like something like that. I honestly just made the first right off that road. Made the first right because I was like, yo, I need a place to just knock out for 30 minutes, and it ended up being a few hours. But yeah, I wasn't trying to hurt anybody here.
This officer has now sent a picture from the surveillance footage that shows the suspect, so he can compare it to this man they're investigating.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's good. Yeah, my friend, he's like down over there. I was up over here and then got all scrambled around, and then I just got a little sleepy, so I pulled on over into this neighborhood to take a little 30-minute nap, turned into a few hours. Oh, also, this guy, goofball, he openly just said multiple times the officers can search his car if they'd like. So obviously they were going to, and they found some pretty incriminating stuff. And then the officers get sent a picture from the surveillance camera, and now they have a picture of the guy in the act of the crime, and they have the guy right there. So now they can look at that picture and look at the guy and see if they match up. And guess what? They match up pretty well.
It's about the same outfit. I want to see if there's a mask in here.
Here's your COVID mask.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a lighter in here. He's got a torch lighter. Yeah, there's a torch lighter and a blue COVID mask in the center console. There's no luggage. There's no backpack.
Yeah, there's no hat.
It's not the hardest game of Where's Waldo when you have the picture of the guy committing the crime and a guy that looks exactly like it standing in front of you. He's wearing the exact same outfit. And in the car, after getting permission from the guy to search the car, they find a COVID mask as well, which also fits the disguise that the criminal was wearing. The only thing they don't find is a hat. But it's not like the hat is a fucking mask from Mission Impossible where it fully hides his identity. It's not exactly, concealing who he is. It'd be like me putting these glasses on and people going like, where the fuck did Charlie go? He just vanished. Who is that? Who's sitting in his seat right now? Like the hat isn't enough for officers to be like, yeah, it can't be the same guy. He's not wearing a hat. Must be someone else. He must have gone the other way. We got the wrong guy here. But they do still do their due diligence in finding the hat in order to 100% put this in the books that they know they have the right guy.
He's got a beard, he's got the same clothing, he's got the reflective shoes, everything.
Situation down the street where you lit something that caught on fire.
No.
I'm gonna point blank ask you.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I understand that you're over here visiting friends, but you parked over here for a reason. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
It's not me.
That's not you?
No.
It sure looks like you and everything you're wearing.
It's not me.
That's not you, huh? Look a little closely.
His poker face is too strong. Even when confronted with the overwhelming evidence, they even show him a picture of himself. He goes, nope, that's not me. It's actually that scene from SpongeBob with Man Ray and Patrick when it came to Man Ray giving Patrick's wallet back.
While searching the area around the suspect's car, officers found multiple plastic bags with a hat, multiple sets of latex gloves, and another mask within them, not even 10 feet away from the vehicle, underneath a pine tree.
Got his gloves and everything. Yep.
Holy shit, how did they even find that? It was so well hidden. It was like finding the One Piece. Ferran did an extraordinary job of burying the evidence by putting it 10 feet away from his car next to a tree. You could have probably seen that by accident just by looking at his car. It was that close to it in plain sight. So they found the hat and everything else that was used in the crime. And so they take it to Ferran saying like, hey man, we found the bag that you tried to hide. Do you want to just confess to it now, or do we have to keep playing this game? Are we still going to go through this song and dance?
Can you explain why no more than 10 feet from your car is a hat that matches the exact picture from the suspect in the video?
I can't, but
Are your fingerprints going to be on that bag?
maybe, I don't know.
Is your DNA going to be in that hat?
It shouldn't.
Okay, so there's no way your DNA can be in that hat. So when we test it, we're not going to find your DNA in there.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't, no.
Okay. I guess I'm a little confused. This is a pretty random, off the beaten path area.
I did see people walking around here.
Okay, this is a very random area to be.
Just when you thought the chess master was caught in between a rock and a hard place in a checkmate position, he flips the board around on you. You see, he just cooked up a really smart story here. Just so you know, I did see people walking around here. That's good. We never even stopped to think that he could be being framed by people that happen to be walking around this neighborhood at 3 a.m. That is food for thought. We might need to play with that narrative here, that storyline. Actually, I do kind of want to toy with that a little bit. I want to slap the cheeks around on it. Let's experiment here. So you mean to tell me that the criminal in the video that you have seen, that's not you. There just happens to be another person of the exact same build, wearing the exact same clothing that you're wearing, with the exact same beard, with the exact same hair. The only difference is they had their COVID mask on instead of in the center console, and they had a hat. And the real criminal, your doppelganger, was also happening to be walking around at 3 a.m. in the same neighborhood that you decided to randomly park in to take a nap while visiting your imaginary friend. That's the story you're trying to sell me on right here.
Yes. Now look, when I was asleep, somebody might have come, thrown a bag there. I don't know.
We'll be back with you in a bit, okay?
I got pretty much everything over here that says you got gloves and a mask. In the other bag, you have gloves, a receipt, a mask, something else, and a hat. So this is everything he was wearing.
So they've got pretty much everything here, and yet there is still more that they gather to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's this guy. They not only have everything he was wearing and everything he used, despite him saying that his DNA shouldn't be on there, which, by the way, isn't even him saying it won't be, because he's still leaving the door open for the possibility that it might be. Like, what the fuck? How could it be there if it's not yours? Like, what happens? Your doppelganger came through, broke into your car while you were sleeping and took some of your hair or grabbed some of your spit while you were asleep and rubbed it all over the material, so that's how your DNA can show up there even though it's not yours? Like, what the fuck? He's not even saying that it won't be. He's saying that it shouldn't be. But I'm already getting off on another tangent for this fucking awful fanfic that he's weaving. But not only do they have all of the material that he was using, they then also have other surveillance camera footage from other houses that confirm he didn't get there at midnight like he claims.
People who live in this area also have surveillance footage that caught the specific times that the suspect parked on the street. Officers discuss these specific times and relate them to the suspect's claim of being parked there since midnight.
2:21 is when it got lit. 2:27 is when they're saying they saw the video of him coming in here. So him being here since midnight is not correct.
So you said you came out here around 12, around midnight? They got video of you pulling in here around 2:25. You've been lying to us from the start, man. So we're taking you back to the PD.
I know the evidence is overwhelming, but I'm not the guy that did this. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just not the guy who gets my hands dirty, you know? It's just not me.
A convincing argument from Ferran here, but the evidence was too much. Every single piece of his story was proven wrong, all in the time span of like 20 minutes maybe. They not only got the accurate time for when he really did pull up, which was minutes after setting the car ablaze, but they also found all of the pieces of clothing and items used in the crime as well, and a picture of him at the crime. So, I think they've got the right guy, I'm pretty confident to say,